Not because Melanie Perkins had it easy. Not because she was loud, famous, or already rich, but because she wasn't. She did not live in Silicon Valley. She lived like 5,000 kilometers away. We'll have to fact check that. She was in Australia.
That must be embarrassing, huh?
She didn't know how to code. She didn't even have any investors. But what she did have was an idea and a refusal to wait for permission. That's our story today. That idea, it started as a simple yearbook tool and then became Canva, one of the most used design platforms on earth, now worth over $40 billion. Melanie Perkins was 19 years old and teaching design software tutorials at her university in Perth, Australia. She noticed something. People were overwhelmed. Tools like Photoshop and InDesign were powerful, but painfully inaccessible to the average person. It took me a lot of YouTube videos myself just to learn Photoshop and Premiere Pro, what I edit these videos on. So she did what most people wouldn't. She built something better. Her first venture was Fusion Books, an online yearbook design tool she created with her partner at the time. They ran Fusion Books out of her mom's living room. They handled printing, shipping, sealing, and in just a few years, Fusion Books became the largest yearbook publisher in Australia, and then later expanding to France and New Zealand. Seems like New Zealand's closer. I don't know why France came first, but whatevs, right? Melanie saw even further, though. What if anyone could design anything? And this is before AI. Not just yearbooks, without needing permission, credentials, or years of training. What if? That answer turned into Canva, with over 100 million users today.
That must be embarrassing.
But here's the twist. Before Canva became indispensable, Melanie heard no over and over and over again.
You're too young, too female, too non-technical, too far from Silicon Valley.
She didn't walk into rooms where people believed in her. She built something so they couldn't ignore her. I'm no tech founder, not yet. But a few months ago, I decided to build an app from scratch with no experience. I wanted to test if ChatGPT could help me.
It was supposed to be simple.
But building anything from the ground up will never be simple. Firebase broke, Gradle broke, my brain broke a million times. So many issues coming up and down. There's just like so many instances where I should have just stopped. Everything in me was saying just stop and move on and go. But obviously, because I'm a bit of a psychopath, I documented it and posted it all over social media, so I had to follow through. So many things I didn't know, so many moments when I thought, this is not going to work, I don't belong here, I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I still haven't launched it. Right now, I'm still roadblocked in the middle of Google's testing phase just to get it published. Now I want to make a million other changes to it, so I will do that soon. Now that I've said that on social media, I'll have to follow through. And in that process, trying to build an app, something changed in me, that you don't need to be chosen to start. You just need to choose yourself. That's what Melanie did. That's what Canva became. That's what any of us can do if we stop waiting for permission and just start building. One of my favorite Seth Godin sayings, I mean, all of them are my favorite, but here's one for today. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing without an audience. Because disruption doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it's quiet, consistent, but undeniable. And this leads me to today's reading, which resonated a lot with this episode. A book called Mindshift. Way a long time ago, there'd be people who would test food and vegetation. So people would eat the mushroom, and the first person to eat the mushroom would die or live. And that's how they found out if they could actually survive off food. Someone always had to test it. Someone had to be first. The world is changed by mushroom eaters. Humanity has advanced through the courage and sacrifice of the pioneers, adventurers, explorers, and innovators. If you're playing it safe, you're playing to lose. The full measure of your gifts, your talents, and potential, and life cannot be actualized if you are not willing to step into risk, even a little bit. I added that part. Too many of us are playing the imitation game. We spend much of our lives making decisions we believe others want us to make. Is that you? Sometimes our motivations are really close to home. You're trying to become the son your father wanted you to be. You're trying to become the daughter your parents feel they deserve. You're trying to live up to your name or the hopes of those closest to you. Our lives are not created in a vacuum. We are born into a world of expectations. A huge part of self-leadership is breaking away from the gravitational pull of the opinions of others and finding the courage to become the most unique version of you. Love it. Now, where was I? What vision have you been holding back? Are you waiting for someone else to validate it? Could you consider building it anyways? Maybe it's time to write your own permission slip, you know? Then take one small action towards the thing no one gave you approval to do. You don't need permission. Design without approval. That's how our culture shifts. That's how our world evolves. 100 people said no to her from Silicon Valley. They didn't believe in her, they didn't believe in what she was doing, and they just didn't think she got it. Melanie Perkins didn't shout. She didn't fit the mold. She built something bigger, better, and made the world catch up.
If any of this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and go tell a friend.